Alright my friends, it's July 7, 2026. I'm here in the Fitland at the Moach. You can see the Moach. And today I will tell you something else about the coronavirus. I was nearly the whole corona time, 2.5, 3 years, the whole time in Kosovo, in Kfor, and I saw everything what they did, funny stuff, crazy stuff. The deadly virus, which could have killed us all, but it didn't. If you didn't watch my corona video at JoX, check out the JoX, the scandal of the Austrian army with the corona vaccine, where they injected us the poison which was expired, and we had to sign a paper that if we're gonna die, we're not gonna get any cent, we're gonna get nothing. So watch this video first. It's on the JoX channel. It's called the Corona Scandal of the Austrian Army, which was also a scandal in an Austrian newspaper in the ganze Woche article my sister wrote, and Oberst Bauer from the Austrian Army complained about bad journalism of my sister, and because I'm the bad boy who got thrown out of the army, he complained about it. So this Bauer had no facts, the army had no facts against the article which was written in the ganze Woche. I give you here the pic. So the Mr. Bauer said, bad journalism because I'm a Roman Wittlag, I'm related to my sister, and this is all so bad. And he said nothing about what the army did wrong, what we had to sign. Nothing. And no one of my fellow comrades stepped up also and said I had to sign this crap as well. No one stepped up. So in the end you can see when it goes tough on tough, hard on hard, not many people or no people are standing behind you, but who cares? I'm here to make the video. I mean, Corona was coming, everybody was afraid. I was saying from the beginning that this is bullshit. I was saying this is crap. I'll show you now some pictures where they put some markers in the camp film city that we all know what are 2 meters, because we have to keep distance 2 meters everywhere. When we get for lunch, for dinner, we had only plastic we have to eat in our containers, and they put these markers everywhere in the camp that everybody know what are 2 meters, because the NATO, the Kfor, thought we're all idiots. This was not Austria, this was the NATO Kfor, because they were thinking we're completely fucked up idiots and we don't know what are 2 meters. They treated us like idiots. They treated us like idiots with all this testing we had to do, all this, you know, you put this fucking shit into your nose to test if you have the virus inside. They put it here in the nose. It was so painful because they nearly got to the brain, you know. They put it up, then they took the shit out and they made the test. And then they said, yo, you're positive, you're negative. These tests were completely bullshit. Completely fucking bullshit. Because we wanted the money. I wanted the money too. Everybody wanted the money. But the thing was this, if you hadn't a job in the army, you go home, you don't have a job in Austria as well. So I endured all this crazy stuff. I stayed in the mission. I overtook all this crap. And in the end, I let them to put the poison in my vein. Yeah, you know, distance 2 meters. But then a famous general was coming to our camp. And then we were all in the Öhof. There's not much place inside. And then everybody was standing inside the Öhof with the mask on. Nobody had the 2 meters, but we had to make a small party for this general. So everybody was standing in the Öhof with the mask on, and this was no problem. But when the party was finished, we had to walk with these 2 meters again everywhere. I was driving a car with a fellow comrade next to me. He has his mask on, but I didn't, because I give a really rat's ass about this shit. So I was driving a car, and the military police saw me, and inside the camp, and they read this blue light, they stopped me. They said, why I don't have a mask on? I said, oh, I have it on already, what's the problem? And then these guys reported me, of course, to the NCC. And I had to go to the NCC to report to him why I didn't have my mask on while driving the car outside with a fellow comrade. And I said to him, yes, I'm sorry, sir, but when we leave the camp, we take off the masks anyway, because we just don't care. And he didn't like this answer. It was also a smaller NCC, you know. also like a smaller hobbit, and he was very afraid of everything. And I said to him, I don't care, when we are outside we don't wear the shit. Why? Because the Kosovarian people also gave a shit about this virus, so nearly no one outside in Pristina were wearing the masks. So we were wearing the mask inside the camp, and when we left the camp, off just when we saw the military police, because the military police were checking outside if we are wearing masks or not. And when we saw them, we put them up, because it was bullshit. Now we all know it was bullshit, and I was the first, one of the first inside the Austrian army who also said this is bullshit, but I played along because I wanted the money, of course. And as I said, check out this other video, you have to watch it. Bye.